since you watched it, what was their tone? Were Kyle and Lynch, was their body language similar? Was their affect similar? Was their tone similar? Or were they at odds?
Okay, here's my interpretation, and fans watching, feel free to jump in the comment section and say if you agree or disagree, but the way I interpreted watching it was John Lynch was, well, he always is this way, but he was particularly confident, open, and positive about everything he was saying. He was talking all about the process they did and how much research they did and how successful all of the fact finding they did was, which to me sounded like we didn't just listen to Kyle and his dad this year. We actually like used the full resources and scouting department and everything. And when he talked about things, he said, you know, we like this, you know, most of the times you draft a quarterback, they go to a bad team, but we think we're a good team. So we think we're in a position where this quarterback can sit and play when he's ready. Play when he's ready. We don't have to rush him on the field because a lot of times there are adverse effects long-term for quarterbacks if you rush them on the field. He said that. So he was like really confident, like they got the plan and it all worked out. And then Kyle to me came on and was like argumentative, defensive, and a little negative. Like, hey, he kept saying like, we need a starting quarterback. We need a starting quarterback. Jimmy's injuries, they've ruined 2 of the 3 seasons. We need a starting quarterback. And it kind of sounded at odds with what Lynch was saying. Like Lynch, like, wait, we got time. Jimmy's fine. Jimmy's good. Jimmy wins. Kyle's like, no, we need a starting quarterback right now. So it seemed like Kyle, his narrative was different. His tone was different. And I don't know who's going to win out, but they seemed like they were at odds.
Wow. You'd love to really, really know what's going on between those two.
Absolutely.
And so, but here's the thing. Up until yesterday, they were always saying Jimmy's our quarterback, you know, like they were giving the, and all of a sudden yesterday, Kyle was saying he's not our quarterback.
Totally changed the message in a month. Totally changed the message. He gets hurt too much. We need a starting quarterback.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't say that a month ago.
Iggy, that's big news.
That's big news. And it's honestly, he's saying we need a starting quarterback. And then in the next breath, the GM right next to him is saying what's great about where we are is that we don't need a starting quarterback. We have Jimmy. We have this great team. The guy can come in and play when he's ready. And Lynch said it like that with emphasis. When he's ready, he can play. And you got Kyle over saying like, no, he needs to be ready to play right now because you can't count on Jimmy to stay healthy at all. And he wouldn't even confirm that Jimmy would be alive by Sunday, let alone on the team. Someone like, can you say Jimmy's going to be on the team? It was Eric Branch. I can't even say if any of us are going to be alive. So Kyle already has him off the team, where Lynch is saying he's going to afford the rookie time to develop. Isn't that amazing that you have these 2 different narratives in the same press conference? Probably because Kyle invited himself at the last minute.
You know what Kyle was really saying about Jimmy? You're dead to me, Jimmy.
You're dead.
Isn't that from The Godfather?
You're dead to me. You're dead to me. I don't want to coach you anymore. I don't want you on this team anymore.
You're dead
and
to me.
Look, if John Lynch is going to keep you here and Jed York's going to keep you here, I'm going to say it publicly that I want you gone. I want you gone and I'm the coach. So come back if you want to. Here's my interpretation of why there was a difference in tone. And I have no idea. But tell me if this sounds right. I mean, it seems to me that if what's being reported is true, as this person's pointing out here, that Kyle is probably the only person in the organization who wants Mac Jones. Kyle and his dad, who's not even in the organization. And then, you know, the same people who drafted CJ Beathard, same people with that track record. Then you got the entire staff, Adam Peters, John Lynch, all the scouts, all the personnel people saying, we really like Trey Lance. We want Trey Lance. And then you see Jed York looking at the fan reaction. The fans do not want Mac Jones. I put out a tweet yesterday, a poll saying, would you rather let Kyle Shanahan draft Mac Jones or trade Kyle Shanahan and draft Justin Fields? 70% of Niner fans said trade Kyle Shanahan. So I don't think Jed York wants to do the most unpopular move of all time. And the rest of the organization saying, don't do it. This guy's better. It's possible there was a meeting yesterday morning before the press conference or the night before. And Jed said, you know what? Thought about it. This is an organizational decision. Kyle, I hear you. I respect you. John, I hear you. I respect all of the people behind you. We're going to take Trey Lance. Kyle, I'm sorry. I listened to you. I listened to John. I listened to staff. We're going to take Trey Lance. That's the way it is. And Kyle was upset, frustrated, and wanted to get his story out there on yesterday. What do you think?
Well, here's my takeaway from it, Iggy. My takeaway is the big news is finally, thank God, Thursday night we'll know who they take.
Yeah.
But the other equally big news is the rift, the apparent rift in the organization. You have to understand that's very big news. And for the coach to be there and to contradict the general manager and to essentially, not essentially, to say, I want the guy off, I want another starting quarterback.
Yeah.
This is all very big news, equal to who they take.
Absolutely. And remember, John Lynch was the one who wanted the trade for Jimmy Garoppolo. Kyle always said he was hesitant because he wanted Kirk Cousins. So it makes sense for Lynch to be like, wait a second. I like Jimmy still. He wins. He was hurt. Let's not run him out of the building. Let's let him be a starter and let's take Trey Lance, who needs time to develop. Where Kyle is like, forget that. I'm done with Jimmy. All he does is get hurt. Give me Mac Jones because he can start right now. As if the deciding factor is who's ready to start right away as a young guy. But
Joe Montana didn't start right away, and
he didn't.
A pretty good quarterback.
No, he didn't start right away, and neither did Tom Brady, and neither did freaking Patrick Mahomes. But you know who did? Right, but you know who did play as a rookie? C.J. Beathard, who's terrible. And again, what Lynch said was there can be adverse effects from rookie quarterbacks playing too soon. I think the Niners should see that right away. If they think that there was ever anything good about C.J. Beathard, then maybe they ruined it by playing him too soon. All I'm saying.
It set back Jim Plunkett by playing as a rookie.
Right.
He's a Heisman Trophy winner.
Exactly. And the two greatest quarterbacks in on the 49ers history all developed late. All had to take time to develop. They weren't great as rookies, Montana and Young. All right, moving on.
Okay, I'm going to move on to I'm asking the questions.
You're asking the questions.
Take a deep breath.